1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That moved as well. Not in the Costanza way. Fashion show there.
It's Friday, 7:30. That means it's time to find out if you like it or not. I don't know if you could tell, I'm a little excited. Sorry if that was super loud, but it's Friday. We made it. All right, I'm producer Chris, if you didn't know. And tonight we are talking about everything from solo drinking. So if Chad, you're watching out there, I'm looking at you. We're also talking about cat dads, another one that hits close to home. So before we dive into it though, we need to talk about how you can join us live. There's the graphic we put up every night. We're streaming. There are a lot of different ways that you can join the conversation. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave some comments in the chat. We'll check that coming up in just a little bit. If you're watching on our website, fox5dc.com, or if you're watching Fox Local Mobile on your phone, you want to join the Zoom room, I have a link to that Zoom room on my Instagram page, my Instagram, Fox5 Producer Chris, Fox5 Producer Chris, also on TikTok, and that's where we are streaming live behind the scenes right now. Brian Balbuena, I see you over there. Last but not least, if you're watching on the Fox Local app on your connected TV, you can make it a two-screen experience. Just grab your phone, scan the QR code, and get those hot takes ready. If you are in the Zoom room, give a shout out to Allison, all right? We don't have balloons, we don't have any clowns, but we got your back, Allison. We love you. Thank you so much for joining us once again, and we will check in with you in just a moment. We'll check in with everybody in the Zoom room in just a minute. We'll also check in with our in-studio guest host. It's Friday night. You know that means it's Bisma, and you also know that means she is tardy to the party because she is probably somewhere cutting it up with Jen Delgado. They'll both wander in here at some point, and we'll move on with the show. Jim with the sound effects. But we'll get things started right now, and we are starting off tonight on the ice.
Power play time for Washington. The Caps are ranked.
As a matter of fact, because it was a big night for Washington Capitals center Dylan Strome. And I know we don't talk a ton of hockey on this show, but he had 3 assists. Alex Ovechkin also had a hat trick, 3 goals, but he had 3 assists during the 8-4 victory over the Canadiens last night. But that had nothing to do with why it was a big night. Take a listen.
The first period was going on. My warrior of a wife had our 3rd daughter while we were on the ice, so really it's tough, and you obviously want to be there for the birth of your children, and didn't know it was coming this soon, but can't wait to go see her. So Sutton Kimberly Strome is my 3rd daughter, was born at 7:30 today, so it was really quick. It was, she felt it 2 hours before, and it just happened. There was nothing I could do to get there, so super proud of her, and just definitely playing with a lot of emotions. I found out after the first period tonight. I heard before the game and kind of talked about what I should do. I mean, there was nothing I could do to get back, so just really proud of her, and it's not easy. We go on the road a lot, and women go through a lot, and their bodies change so much, and just for her to do that herself is it's unbelievable.
Melissa, you are looking at my worst nightmare. Melissa, fresh from the Zoom room, back in the Zoom room, I should say, playing while your wife is in labor. I don't know how he managed to do it, but he obviously had a hell of a night. But do you like this or not?
Hell no. Hell to the no. I'm sorry. Labor only happens one time unless he's only trying to have one child. But for him to be playing during that, no. That's like me telling you, oh, I'm dying and having my last cancer treatment, but you can go ahead and take your, work your shift, and then when you're done, you can come back to the hospital. Absolutely not. What the hell is wrong? I'm telling you, this generation is lost.
I feel bad for some of these professional athletes because we have seen stories like this before, players on the mound finding out. And I was literally just watching a video not too long ago of former Washington quarterback Robert Griffin III. He was broadcasting. He was on the sidelines. He found out his wife was in labor. And you literally saw him sprinting off the field. And I've joked that that's what you're going to see from me coming up in January.
You're about to have a child. If I find out that you're at that studio while your wife is in labor, I'm going to personally come and get you.
All right, that is a deal. Everyone as our witness. All right, before we move on to our next story, tardy to the party, let's bring in Bisma Ahmed. Happy Friday. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh my
How's
God.
everything going?
Good. I didn't realize I was tardy again. I tried to run over here.
Close enough. Close enough. How's everything going?
Good. I mean, government's back running. That means it's a lot of work, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Are you ready for Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Are you a turkey trot person?
No.
The people who wake up and
No
go for
way.
runs in the morning?
Absolutely
Yeah, I didn't
not.
think so.
No.
I love asking that question because
No.
I hate it, even though Melissa, who was in here the other night, she
That's
liked
her
it.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's her thing. All right, next up, and I was waiting specifically for you to get here to do the story, which is why I made it the second story of the night. But we are talking about a dating red flag debate involving Sierra, Kelly Rowland, and Lala Anthony. I want you to take a listen. We'll have it.
I am allergic to cat, but I think what's wrong with a cat? Okay, I think that a man who has a pet is attractive.
A man who has a cat is attractive.
A dog, yeah, but a cat.
A man who's got a cat.
You got a meow.
Well, listen, first of all, let me tell you something. Let me explain something.
that.
Let me explain something to both of y'all because you just moved to New York.
Yes.
A lot of people in New York have cats because there's a lot of mice and rats in New York. I don't care if you're in a $10 million apartment, a $500 apartment. It's mice and rats, so they have cats to keep them away. So let's
Does he have
he got
one
that cat.
or a couple? Is he a cat?
He might have a cat. He might have a cat to keep
cat lady.
Everybody in New York understands what I'm saying right now.
Is it black? Is
No.
it an exotic
I'm allergic to cats, so
That's
not my
what
thing
a
at
cat,
all.
Does a cat have on like a chain, like a hard chain?
What about
Like
the
what
cats
does the
everybody's
cat look
getting
like?
now, like the Bengal
just
cats
don't know
with
if
the
that's
spot.
it.
He's like, yeah, my cat, Shashi.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Sierra says, I don't know about that. Now, Bisma, I know for a fact that you are a cat mom.
Oh, yeah.
So the
Oh,
cat
yeah.
dads out there, is it a red flag?
Listen, it is a huge green flag. Not because of the mice thing, okay? I get that for New York, but it's because cats are like women, right? Like we kind of, we'll come to you when we feel affectionate, and if it's like, okay, too much, then we'll like scratch you or whatever. They have a personality of a woman. And so if I know that he can handle a cat, he can handle me.
Yeah, I think
So
that
it's a huge green flag.
It's a huge green flag.
Yes.
We had the Instagram creator of Abdul's Cats. I'm not sure if you've seen that account. He's based here in DC. He was on the show recently. He adopts and fosters cats and then looks for adoption, and he feeds all these little kittens. And I said the exact same thing to him. And I was trying to convince Tony P to get a cat by arguing that they are the ultimate green flag.
Oh, yeah.
Allison, I know you have Onyx, and I know Onyx is hopefully there taking care of you. But a guy with a cat, is it a red flag or a green flag?
You know what? I'm kind of on the fence with it, and my son Cortland has been asking me to get a cat. So I would say as long as the cat has a good bond, because I've seen nice cats and I've seen sneaky cats. As long as the cat knows how to act, it would be okay.
Okay, I know David. David, I've seen your cat running around in the background. Oh, there's your mug.
Oh.
He's both drinking solo and a cat dad.
That's a green flag.
Green flag.
Yeah, thanks, green flag. I could see how some women, particularly on the insecure side, are looking for like the big buff man, like to have a big dog. But I think that says something about those women more than it does about the men. But a single guy who procures a cat by themselves, I would ask at least a second question about. In my case, I'm not going to get into the personal origin and procurement story of these cats, but one of them is not with us anymore. Passed away while in DC. But they got me through some hard times in my life when I had nobody else around. They would cuddle up in bed with me and comfort me. So cannot be any more. I will never be any more loyal to another living being, maybe, than I was to those cats who helped me through some hard times.
Some unconditional love right there. Maria, welcome back to the Lion Zoom room.
Thank you. When I think of cats and gentlemen, the Nigerian in me pops out.
Okay.
Like, what are you doing with a cat? Excuse me, sir.
Really?
Cats for what? But I get it. Like the Nigerian in me is about to just inject into for what? For if you have a dog, I hear dogs are loyal. You can go walking or running or kickboxing and increase your manliness. But a cat for what? So I don't really like it.
Okay, I understand. I will say, like I said, ultimate green flag. However, I'm going to share a little personal story here. My brother, he was living with my other brother. He went to adopt a cat.
Okay.
The cat was in a litter of 4.
Okay.
And he did not want to separate them. He adopted all 4 cats.
No way!
He was a single man who owned his own house, owned his own car, had a very successful job, but he had 4 cats.
He's the cat lady.
And when he was like, we wanted to encourage him to get out there, we were like, maybe downplay the 4 cats.
Maybe don't say that on the first date.
Exactly. So it's not a red flag, but it's definitely a green flag. And I love how cats can be a little man, a baby girl, and an idiot all at the same time. All right, bars used to be a good spot for singles to meet up, right? Exactly. Go meet someone, maybe the future, partner. However, but don't even try it at one bar in Manchester, England, okay? You see this story from the BBC. Albies is what the bar is called. It has banned solo drinkers after 9 p.m. The manager told the BBC that he took great pride that his customers feel safe in his venue, and that was the step that he took. They will make exceptions if you're with a group and the bar knows who you are there with. So they have specific rules if you show up solo, but you're meeting someone or meeting a group. The comment section on this story did not love this rule. So, Bisma, banning solo drinkers at night. Do you like this or not?
In this story, it feels like it's a safety concern. It makes me feel like, did something happen here?
At this bar? Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the case, okay, I'm pro that. I mean, if there's nothing to kind of go on for this, it's a little weird, right?
I mean, don't disagree.
If I feel like I'm in England and I kind of want to just pop in for a drink, I wouldn't be allowed. That'd be kind of weird.
You never know who you're going to meet.
Yeah.
Chad, do you like this idea of banning solo drinkers at a bar after 9 p.m.? Because if it had been effect on Wednesday night at Tommy and Joe's at 10-something when I showed up, they wouldn't have even have left me in.
You got thrown out of Tommy Joe's before.
Yeah, I got thrown out of Tommy Joe's once for not wearing sleeves.
By being a solo drinker / creep?
No, even it was the middle of August. It was 100 degrees in August. I wore a shirt without sleeves, and they kicked me out because I didn't have sleeves on.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my God.
But no, this seems weird. Well, I don't understand it. Yes, there has to be a backstory that I don't understand because it doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. I don't like it. No, not.
What are you drinking tonight, by the way?
Margarita today with a skinny margarita.
Okay, I love that.
Ooh, skinny.
So, Melissa, what's interesting to me about this story is that it did not specify solo men or something like that. It was solo drinkers. So you and your glass of wine, hit the road.
I wish somebody throw me out the bar and me being so. I'm sorry. That might be a possibility for me to be able to meet somebody if people come in a group. But why throw somebody out? There has backstory, like Chad said. Absolutely, something happened where somebody came in and they must have an altercation or whatever. But let the New Yorker come out of me and let somebody throw me out of the bar because I'm drinking solo. Absolutely not.
Yeah, all this means to me is that I will be solo drinking before 9 p.m. I'll still show up.
Right.
I'll just move my solo drinking to earlier in the day.
Right. Or make friends with a group. They'll be like, oh, I'm with those guys.
Guys, I'm walking in with you. All right, we've made it to the end of a long work week for some people. You may be ready to blow off some steam, but just a warning, a new study says that venting when you're angry, whether it's ranting to a friend or, screaming into a pillow, may actually make you feel worse. Researchers at The Ohio State University reviewed more than 150 studies and found venting actually increased anger. Activities that raise your heart rate, like running, so going for an exercise, don't necessarily help either. Experts say the only effective way to calm down is to quiet the mind using techniques like deep breathing, mindfulness, or yoga. They add talking about your feelings can help, but only after you've calmed down and are ready to problem solve. So Bisma, do you like that? Do you like venting? Do you like kind of getting it off your chest, or do you find that it's negative?
We talked about this on the 7, and I really feel like sometimes you have to get it out. So I'm in the girls group chat, like, okay, girls, guess what? Boom, 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 boom. 30 minutes later, okay, I feel good. And sometimes they do rile me up. Okay, fine. And I'm like, okay, then it's on my mind. But in general, like, sometimes you just have to let it out. And I think that's healthy. Otherwise, you're kind of going insane in your head.
The pressure builds up. Oh, Maria, do you like the idea of venting to someone or letting that steam out? Or do you think it just ends up making it worse?
I am the type, being a former nun, that spent 23 hours a day in meditative silence.
Okay.
I see the wisdom in going within and working it out, because you are the only person that has to spend the most time with you in your entire life. So I think working out your issues within yourself and mastering yourself, then you can go outside yourself and talk with it with somebody else. But I think mastering yourself first is the secret sauce.
Jess.
So does venting doesn't help? I agree.
Okay. Jess, I'm curious, have there been times, though, where you need someone else's opinion just to kind of reinforce that you're not crazy type of a thing? Like, I need you to tell me whether I reacted to this the same way type of a thing.
Oh, yeah. A friend of mine, me and him, like today, we, like everybody's going through stuff, so we just, we communicate back and forth. I haven't talked to me for a while, but today I did for some reason, and we talked for a little bit, but venting does, it like I said, it all depends, but if you got to let it out, you know what I'm saying? And what works for me is I do that, but then I play some music. Okay. Like some relaxation music, and that calms me, that settles me down.
Yeah.
I notice it works for me every time. Some anxiety or depression music, I get it on my iPad, and that really helps me out.
Okay. Now, Melissa, I know that you don't always love listening to music in the car because you've listened to it all day. So is that car ride your attempt at mindfulness and peace and quiet and silence, or do you like going home and venting?
I don't vent. I keep a lot of things inside, and it just, now people come and vent to me. Absolutely. I set the stage. Come vent to me however you feel. Throw things, punch something, cry. I will never judge you. I will always give you the truth, and I will set you free. However, for me to vent is very, very hard. I'd rather keep things to myself. But if you want to vent something and talk to me or confide in me with some type of issue that you may be going through,
I was going to say, that's the crisis counselor in you, Melissa.
Yep.
All right, Chad and Laura, do you guys come home and vent to each other? Chad, a rough day at the gym. Do you come home and vent about your clients? Laura, vice versa, rough day in the office. On the laptop,
this is our favorite. This is our favorite pastime, actually.
Yeah, you guys bond over the mutual hate.
Yeah. Actually, so I agree that venting actually, it does help. So I disagree with this because I have a segment in my cycle classes. Like we do all these things, then we have these flat road, and during these flat road calm times, I open up for anybody that has any rants, and somebody will raise their hand and they'll rant about something, and they feel, usually her, Yeah, but they'll rant about something, and then we all kind of have a chuckle about it. We all discuss it, and then we move on. I think it helps.
Okay. I'm sorry that earlier we did not acknowledge the bucket hats. What the hell's going on?
Oh, I thought the Zoom room, we're supposed to do Freaky Hat Friday in the Zoom room, but I guess nobody else got that message.
Can. All right.
Freaky
Hat Friday,
I like that. We got a couple, see?
Yeah.
Allison, where's your hat?
We've got some headwear.
David.
All right.
Fedora Freddie.
We'll work on that, Chad. In the meantime, Freddie was holding up, I think, what helps him vent. He's got the pillow, he's got the teddy bear, he's got it all.
Oh, I love that.
Actually,
And
Chris and Bisma, if you guys can hear me well enough, I punch a pillow when I'm stressed.
Okay.
I play with it, but then if I have to calm down, guess what? The teddy bears has my back.
That helps. Listen, I do believe, like O. Maria said, that there is something about the mindfulness and the silence type of a thing. And I've talked about this before. You know, I have in a past life ridden a motorcycle, and there have been stressful days, and getting on that and just having to concentrate.
It made you feel better.
It is the only, when you're on it, it's the only thing you should be concentrating on. Everything else blocked out, and by the time I get home, whatever I was pissed off about, I can't even remember.
Yeah,
most days.
I have
Still
that
like
with
to have the
driving fast.
conversation, kind of let.
I know.
I like filling my wife in on the drama, but it's more just kind of a catch up. Or to, like what I said earlier, reinforcing that I'm not crazy.
Yeah,
and
it also makes you feel closer to her, doesn't it? Right? You guys can bond over,
Exactly.
even if she doesn't know them, now she does.
That's right. All right, guys, keep the comments coming on all these stories we've talked about so far. You can jump in the YouTube chat if you want. Coming up next, do adults still deserve Christmas gifts? And is now, November, the time to start workshopping those New Year resolutions? We're going to talk about those stories and more. We'll be right back. She says yes. Going up, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Friday night. And if you are watching on YouTube, you know during that little commercial break, we were taking a live look at Fredericksburg and the holiday season in full swing down there. The Christmas tree already up and lit, and I love it.
Love it.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's the best time of the year.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, and even me in the past, have waited until after Thanksgiving to really start rolling that out.
Yeah.
This year, I think everybody could just use a little peace
We
and
need
joy.
some extra cheer, I think, right now.
Exactly. A little holiday spirit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right, I grabbed the wrong batch of scripts. So excuse me for 1 second. All right, let's see, where are we? Holiday shopping. All right, perfect segue. I did that on purpose. We'll pretend. How do you deem who in your life deserves a gift? That is kind of the question we were talking about, because one financial expert on Fox News shared this hot take.
You need a plan. Also remember, adults don't need gifts, okay? Focus on the people in your life who are age 3 to 18. Grandma doesn't need slippers. If they don't live by you, don't get them a gift. Now's not the time to spend and break the bank sending packages across the country, Dana. Focus on the people in your life, ages 3 to 18.
Adults don't need gifts. You see that? Jade Warsaw from the Ramsey Show co-host. Bisma, do you like this idea?
No, I hate
Adults
this.
need gifts.
Okay, I'm a Leo. I love gifts. That's my love
It's her
language.
love language.
Yes,
We know that.
Yes. This is horrible advice. Don't do this. I love to give people gifts, and maybe that's not great for my bank account, but anytime that I'm, I know I'm going to see somebody, especially that I haven't seen in a long time, they're close to me, I'll probably give them a little gift in December. I don't know. I just think it's nice, and it
Is it the thought
brings the
that
cheer.
counts?
It's the thought that counts. It could be something thoughtful, right?
Doesn't have to be expensive.
Yeah,
Just
but I mean
something
that
that
it
shows
could
you
be
were thinking of
expensive
the
too.
person.
If
you want.
If you want.
Allison, as a small business owner with the holiday season coming up, do you like this advice that adults don't need gifts, or do you think adults should be buying lots of gifts?
It doesn't have to be lots of gifts, but adults definitely love gifts. We all like something special and something nice, and some people don't have kids in their life. It could be like a couple that doesn't have children, or roommates where there's no kids around. So, yeah, we all need gifts.
Okay. Melissa, I saw you shaking your head.
Listen, I told you I grew up Jehovah's Witness, okay? We didn't give gifts on holidays. If we had it, we gave it to you. But as being an empty nester and someone who's alone, who's not dating, I can accept gifts, whether it's groceries, some type of whatever, socks, I love socks, potatoes. Give me something, because I'm always giving to people, and I would love to have gifts. There's nothing wrong with giving another adult a gift. I give my best friends gifts. I send them out in the mail all the time, but I don't need a holiday to do it. However, I don't think it's a stupid idea. It's a wonderful idea. We all are humans, and it don't matter what kind of gift it is, the thought that counts.
Okay. Oh, Maria, you get the final word on this one.
With gifts, I think it's so subjective. I think with kids, it's okay to give them things as gifts. But I think for adults, experiences, at least for me, like I don't need a pair of shoes because you might not get me the type of shoes I like or the sweater I want. But if you get me an all expense paid trip to Belize, now we're talking.
It's a great idea.
So I think experiences are probably more safe. So I don't agree that adults shouldn't get or give gifts. I think the type of gifts evolve with where you are in life. That's where I'm at.
Yeah,
but gifts, please give me a trip to someplace with water. We will be BFFs.
Okay.
With all sincerity.
I'll be spoiler on this one, and I like this advice because it's the kind of mental reinforcement that I need to know, because I went years without buying gifts for my family.
Really?
Yeah, we would try to get all together, and that, the presents is the present type of a thing. But they have kids now, and I love shopping for them. But then I feel sometimes we've kind of gotten more in the habit now of getting each other gifts.
Yeah.
But I just want to see everybody. I just want to see everybody for the holiday season. A little less than 6 weeks left in 2025, a little more than 5 as well, if you want to put it that way.
It's kind of scary.
That means for some people it might be time to start thinking about New Year's resolutions. However, one behavioral change expert says you may already be behind if you're just starting to think about them now, because he says you should soft launch your goals in November or at the latest in December. He says making small lifestyle changes ahead of time will give you confidence and give you time to test the waters on those new habits before, quote unquote, doing it for real come January 1st. So Bisma, as we were heading to break, you said you liked this.
Oh, I love this. So I was just telling you, I did my vision board for 2026 like 2 months ago. And my last one, I looked at it, 2025. So much of that vision board, I checked off the list. I got a lot done. I'm a huge believer in the law of attraction. Guys, do it as soon as you can.
So you're putting it out into the world and hoping it comes back to you. David, do you like this idea? Do you make New Year's resolutions? And do you like the idea of making them now so that they become a habit by the time?
No, New Year's resolutions, why are you waiting? Why are you waiting to think about stuff and implement it on January 1st? I'm like Limp Bizkit. I analyze every second I exist.
I actually, you know what? I disagree with Jim on that one. I would have given that the cheers. Any mention of Limp Bizkit on this show earns, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Chad, how about you? I mean, obviously in the fitness industry, you know what those gyms are going to look like come January 1st.
I don't make resolutions. I like to break stuff. No, that was
I know it. I know what it was.
So no, I already made my New Year's resolution. I'm going to start a YouTube channel, and it's going to be called "Does It Suck or Not Suck?"
Okay.
Oh.
And that's going to be my new competition for this other show. I know that's Do You Like It or Not. Do you have any resolutions?
I don't put any undue pressure on myself. I don't need any pressure.
Okay, that's fair. Allison, do you like the idea of making New Year's soft launching your New Year resolutions?
I do, because that way you can start putting a plan of action together and what you're going to do to make things happen. So I think it's a great idea.
I was telling Bisma during the break, I don't like this, and this is just purely a me thing. But last year we did a story, and there was a big push to kind of delay your New Year resolutions, because January, a lot of people think it could be like the worst month. It's cold, you don't want to go out, you don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Spring, when everything is coming back to life, nature knows that's the time to start something new. So they were pushing people to do their resolutions in March instead. And so then I think you could soft launch them in January and February, so they are a habit by March. So if you want to get in shape and you want to go for a run, at least it's not icy and disgusting outside. So that's the approach I'm going to pretend to take this year, is that I'm just trying to be more in touch with nature by doing it.
I love it. I love
Hey, look,
it.
thank you everyone for joining us on this Friday night. We had a lot of fun. Thank you to Bisma Ahmed for joining us once again on this Friday night. Next week, I need to double check the schedule, but we might be off, but no matter what, we'll be back Monday. Have a good one.